Good morning. This is Beaty-Coffey of the Ministry of Uncover No More. I've already rung the bell. I was interrupted and need to start over, which is probably a good thing because I needed to change some things. This is some pearls. So I'm going to be holding pearls. The pearl of great price, concept of the Bible, the New Testament, a parable of the Lord's, which I haven't looked at. So I'm just referencing it so that you can understand kind of where I'm coming from. Putting them in my left hand. May switch them as I minister this morning. I have something to share. For the first time ever, I was called to jury duty and actually was selected for whatever reason, and I was able to come home and put a stake in the ground and basically say no more all of the rumors and everything about me around me, surrounding me of negativity, where I'm a mentally ill person that is not competent. See, and that was the lie that was spread to steal my inheritance from me. The Clonic family they put pressure on my mother. My mother caved into it. She had dementia, and E. coli was eating her brain from multiple UTIs. Her whole body was being destroyed from the inside out. And yet she was a faithful woman in only the Protestant movement. The Protestant movement, whether we like it or not, is harboring child molestation and rape just as much as the Catholic Church. Y'all are destroying people. You're not Christians. You're not Catholics. I am a high-level sorceress as well as a turtle dove in your midst, that you just shrugged your shoulders and threw me aside. Like so many. I'm just grateful I wasn't hung on a cross like the Lord and so many other people, tortured physically, burnt at the stake as a witch, and all of that. I have had a certain amount of protection, but that does nothing for your soul state. And so I was in there with 5 other jurors, and the messaging in that room was so intensely accurate to what's going on in our federal government. We were all just kind of like, what's going on here? Because the point is, a white dude used rage messaging to make a statement and overcome everybody in the room. Well, he was talking directly to me, and I pulled out a bunch of his fucking rage that is unrighteous to the nth degree. Because, it doesn't take a rocket scientist or a psychologist to show how the Republicans and others like that, some Democrats, I'm not going there. I give 0 shits. I was forced into cults my entire life. So don't toy with me in your head. Balance, Kara, shut up. This country doesn't anymore know about balance than I know about having a penis. Other than the fact that I grew 3 of them in my body and delivered them faithful and loved them regardless of the messaging that goes on around me that is point blank vitriolic. So I'm doing 3 spells in one. And I have pearls in my hand, and I just want the whole world to understand, on my right was a dear, dear black man who, saying what was said by the little idiot, using anger and rage because that's the only thing he's filled with. If the black man on my right had said those things, it would have been with a lot more compassion. He was a beautiful soul. And on my left was a man that was older than 75 that I thanked for staying because they gave him the opportunity to get up and walk out. He was the one that we chose. Well, I actually chose him out of deference for old age, and everybody watched me, and I was the white woman in the room because the rest of them were dear women with different skin colors than mine. So I had to come up against what I've come up against my entire 59-year life. White men with attitude, you fuckers. You're not turtle doves and you don't care. And when you're that way, you are directly against the messages of the King of Kings, who has so much authority, it makes me ill to even be in your presence. But I do it. And I'm choosing cards of Moonology, and I am doing a spell that is actually 3 poems that I'm now going to read to you. This has messaging of Song of Solomon 2, the turtle dove is heard in the land. Well, if I hear the turtle dove in the land, the turtle dove is in the land. And I just showed you where I can walk in and be a part of a good process, a beautiful process that works. But those that have their anger issues show up and vomit all over the beautiful process, like we're seeing over and over again in media. So I'm going to come back as who I am, kind, in part 2. This is part 1, 3 in 1, with a double terminated wand to pull out the vitriolic from us and to put in the goodness that we are today. And I have messages in all of my work, all of it today, to encourage me to do this.